Hi Stampers, welcome to today's tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be exploring these masks here that Stampin' Up! Currently have. So we're going to be using this one here, which is the Happy Mask. When you get it, there is 4 in a pack for $10. And these are your designs that you will have. So you got this one. This one here's got happy written in it as well, but you can always just use the dots and you can leave without the happy. And then we got our diamonds here. So we're going to be creating with masks in this project today. I'm finding these masks really versatile to use. They're very inexpensive to use, which is great. And there's so much you can do with them. So let me show you what we can do today. So I have got a piece here of Watermelon Wondered cardstock. And this piece measures 12 centimeters by 8.6, or it's 4 7/8 inches by 3 3/8 inches. And so I'm going to grab my mask and I'm actually going to use the diamonds pattern on this one today. I'm just going to line that up to where I want it, and I'm going to hold that down with some washi tape. I just don't want it to move while I'm creating. I'm going to use some Whisper White craft ink. And my sponge dauber. I'm just going to pounce that into my ink there, and gently I'm going to pounce that onto those spaces, or you can also put it in a circular motion and apply that white ink on all those spaces that you see those diamonds there. Okay, so once you've covered every space there with your white craft ink, we can gently lift this up and I'll show you what it looks like. So you can see that we've got this funky pattern happening there. So I'm just going to line this back on exactly over those spaces there, and then I'm going to shift this slightly up and to my right. So let me show you that again. So I'm going to place my template exactly where it was, and then I'm going to gently shift it up and to the right. So you should be able to see some of that Watermelon Wonder cardstock show through. So next I'm going to grab my Watermelon Wonder ink. I'm just going to ink that up with another sponge dauber. And once again, I'm going to go over the exact same spots as before, colouring in each of those diamonds. So I'm just going to pounce it to begin with to get rid of some of that excess ink. And then I'm just going to come in here in a circular motion and blend that all together. So you will notice that the colour does change because it was white in some areas before. So you will notice a really soft pink. Okay, so once you're happy with that coverage, I'll put the ink away. And I'm going to lift off my stencil. And now you can see what that looks like. So I'm just going to bring that up to the camera so you can see that better. So we can see that we've got that offset stamping or technique happening there. So the easiest way to clean your mat here is just with a wet one and then dry it with a paper towel. So I'm now going to set that aside, and I've got with me here a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to stamp my greeting. Now I'm using 2 images for my greeting today. One I'm using from the Work of Art stand, so You Are a Fabulous Work of Art, and I'm also using You've Got This, Good Things Are Going to Happen, or You've Got This greeting as well. So it's up to you what you want to use. I'm just going to use the Work of Art one for this card today. So just grab that out And I'm going to ink that up using my Memento black ink. And stamp that down. And then I've got my 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to turn my punch upside down and center that to my greetings inside the punch, and then I'm going to punch that out like that. Now I've also got with me here a piece of a circle of vellum cardstock, and this is using the circle framelits here, and I've just used the 3rd smallest framelit to cut that out. And I've got some of our metallic string. I am loving this stuff. It is so awesome. So you're going to see this a lot of my projects. So I want to create some messy strings. The easiest way I have found to do it is about 30-35 centimeters in length, is then fold it in half and then in half again, so that you got like 3 pieces of string, and then you can cut that there. Okay, so I've got this, my string here, so I want to fold this into a bow. So I'm just going to fold this into a bow. Doesn't have to be neat or anything. And then I'm just going to separate these bows, loops. Just play with it a bit. So I'm just going to stick this down with some snail onto my back of my greeting, and then I'm going to stick this down, and then I'm just going to play with some of these strings and put them in where I want them to come out, and to create some messy string behind. And then when I'm happy with that, I'm just going to grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to stick that, center and stick that to my vellum cardstock. I'm just going to set that aside for a minute. So I got with me here one of those note cards and envelopes that you get in that pack. Great investment, already pre-scored and everything for you. So I'm just going to use some fast fuse here, and I'm going to stick this to the front. So I'm just going to center and stick that down, leaving equal borders around all 4 sides. And then I'm just going to stick some fast fuse in the center and stick my greeting down on there, and then I can trim off any excess bits of string that I don't want. There you go. Now I've done some extra other ones using our all the templates. So here's our spotted one in Cucumber Crush, Dijon, Delightful Dijon. I've got mint macaron, and I have used the circle stencil for this one here. This one here that comes out of the Dots and Stripes Decorative Masks. And I've got our Tip Top Taupe, and then I've also got another Watermelon Wonder. So there's all our in colours using our stencils that we have on hand, and all of our greetings here from a work of art and from You've Got This. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, why not get some of those decorative masks for yourself and try this technique at home. It's a great simple technique to do, and thanks for watching.